Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Match Play right here on CUTV. My name's Will Moore. Joining me this week is our reigning Match Play champion, or self-proclaimed Match Play champion, Andy Walter. And on the other side, the #1 contender and challenger for the belt, Allison Steinheiser. Allison, do you really think you've got a chance to take this belt today?
Oh, I do. I've been preparing for this since last year when I gave him the belt. Now it's time for me to turn heel and take it away from him.
She obviously doesn't understand the concept of turning heel because you don't have to turn heel to take the belt away. I'm pretty sure a face turn would be better for her since I am the heel on this program. But, you know, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And so far, we've seen in the past few weeks, she can't beat anybody, let alone the best.
I believe that I beat him the first time we matched up, and he went on a little rant, so we'll have to see what happens.
All right, we're going to get things started here before these two tear each other apart. Our first topic in our California topics is pitcher Randy Sturgill. He's the 4th pitcher in California University history to 200 strikeouts, and he was just named the PSAC West Player of the Week after a 2-hit complete game shutout against Clarion. Andy, why don't you tell us a little bit about Randy Sturgill? How impressive of a win is this for him?
Obviously, it's impressive. You talk about what he's done so far in his career. You talk about the 200 strikeouts. Obviously, as a junior, very impressive. It shows that he has great stuff and, more importantly, great control on the mound. Now in victories, he picked up his 19th victory. He is now tied for 3rd place all-time in California history with those 19 victories. More importantly for California, he was an All-American last year. Very good chance he's going to repeat this year, and they still have another season out of him, so he'll be a senior next year.
Absolutely, and he's just been dominant this year with 69 strikeouts already, a 2.42 ERA. That's great, and as Andy said, you do have him back for another year. The Vulcans are really going to have to bring up that core group of players to make a run at the PSAC title, not only this year, but next year as well.
I insist.
Well, you say it is very impressive for him, but you have to remember also that it's a team effort because not only is he pitching so well, improving his individual stock, but he's helping the team as well. If you can completely shut out a team, it's pretty easy to win. All you got to do is put one run up.
Yeah, it is. And you talk about that game against Clarion that he pitched, and they ended up winning 8-0. It was something we talked about early in the season. This team was not quite gelling, not quite where we thought they were going to be. Now they've finally gotten things rolling. They're really finding the winning edge moving forward. Obviously, it's very important. You talk about his last game, 6 strikeouts, no walks, and setting innings of work, and only 83 pitches.
You talk about impressive Vulcans, and we're moving down the list here to our second topic and looking at Derek Yobbi, former Vulcan goaltender, just signed a contract with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds United Soccer League Pro League player. He was a 4-year starter at Cal. Allison, is Derek Yobbi going to succeed at the next level, and if so, why?
I think he has a great chance to. In 2007, he was named the PSAC West Rookie of the Year, which is a great accomplishment. And then in 2008, he led the team to their only PSAC title, and he was the all-tournament MVP. He recorded 16 shutouts here, and he also had a 1.17 goals against average, which is the all-time leader for California. So he did a great job at the collegiate level. It looks like the South Park native has a good opportunity to succeed at the pro level.
And I think coming in, really, you're able to see just how good of a goaltender he's going to be. Starting as a freshman back in 2007, going forward, he's logged over 5,900 minutes of action as a goalkeeper here at California moving forward. Very important, I think, for him to get all this experience with Cal, and especially with the runs his team has made the past couple of years. He has been kind of the rock at the back, the anchor that you need. You talk about great soccer programs, you know, not only collegiate, but at the national and international level. You think about these important players. You think about the international game. Tim Howard really controlling the Americans game. You think about club sports. Think about a name like Edwin van der Sar from Manchester United. He's been at the helm of that for over a decade, and they're still one of the top teams. So Derek Yobbi, it's a huge signing. I think he'll do great. More importantly, get out there and check out the Riverhounds. They are quite a good team. They do an exhibition against Cal Soccer every year, as well as play their home games just up the road.
Yeah, I've seen a couple Riverhounds games. They're actually pretty fun to go to. It's a small atmosphere, but it's a good atmosphere. They've got the vuvuzelas going and stuff, and makes a lot of noise. And it's really a lot of fun to just get out there and watch them play. It's going to be impressive to see, or interesting to see how his career develops with the Wild Things. Moving on now to Vulcan football. It's that time of year again. But it's time for spring football up at Hepner Bailey Field at Adamson Stadium. It's a chance to see new players on the team, as well as recognize some old legends from the team, including one that we know from recent years, 2002's Wesley Cates.
Yeah, Wesley Cates, I think, is going to be the big draw this week, and I know for me personally, because he wasn't a player that I saw, but I've heard all the stories talk about Cates, the school's all-time leading rusher, 5,647 yards on the ground for the Vulcans. Right now playing in the CFL with the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Very good career in the CFL. He's had 3 consecutive 1,000-yard rushing seasons. He's a player that I'm looking forward to, as well as looking at this next batch of Vulcan football. I don't know what the 2011 season has in store, because you think about the people that we're losing, especially, obviously the name that everyone's going to hear is Josh Portis. Don't know who's going to be taking the helm for the Vulcans moving into next year and beyond. A lot of question marks. Hopefully the spring game will answer some of those questions, but more importantly, it's a great chance to see some former Vulcan greats.
Yeah, you talked about Cates. He actually won the Grey Cup, which is the CFL's equivalent to the Super Bowl in 2007. And not only will you get to see him honored at the game, you'll also get to see some new Vulcans. As you said, there's a wide receiver from Oregon that transferred here, and he is supposed to be very, very good. You'll get to see him in action for the first time, as he had to sit out this year. But it should be good to see what the Vulcans' offense is going to look like without a key component in Josh Portis.
And looking to the past and looking to the future, two things that are going to come together this weekend at Adamson Stadium. It's going to be a very interesting time, a very fun time, too, I'm sure, to see all of this coming together in the football environment. Now moving on to our final topic here in the California Topics, our fan topic. We really don't have one this week, but that doesn't mean you can't contribute in the future. You can get a hold of us at matchplaycutv@gmail.com. Don't forget you can check us out on Facebook by searching for Matchplay. And while I'm plugging things, I'm also telling you about our YouTube page. You can go to youtube.com and search us at CUTV Sports. So make sure you do that. Send us in your fan topic. If you want to talk about anything, Vulcan football, that's a possibility. If you want to talk about Andy shaving his beard off since last week, that's also a possibility.
I'm not the only one. Look at this guy. It's playoffs, man. What are you going to do?
It is playoff time, Allison.
Yep.
I see you are clean shaven as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's a very dashing set today. Very dashing.
All three of us clean shaven for the NHL playoffs. I'm not sure we are even really going to talk in depth about them. So, Andy, tell us a little bit about your playoff beard. How impressive is that going to be looking by the time your team makes it all the way or falls out?
Well, I've got a bad feeling that my beard's going to last all of about 2.5 weeks. Because I'm not sure if the Buffalo Sabres can pull it out and beat the Philadelphia Flyers in the first round and move forward. But I will tell you this much. I'm coming off a 2-month beard, actually just shy of 2 months, and it was quite the sight for those of you that saw me around campus. I was very impressed. I'm hoping I can get that beard going once again.
Yeah.
You admit it. It was an impressive beard.
It was an impressive beard, but I don't think you're going to be able to keep a 2-month beard.
No.
No. That's not going to happen.
Well, part of me is hoping that I don't have to just because I'm not sure if I can let it grow for that long. But who knows? The Penguins, they've got a legitimate shot at taking the whole thing this year, so we'll see how that works out. Lots of more beard talk and more coming up next when we return with your regional topics right here on Match Play.